What do poets and poetry do to make up the world better?
I thought you'd be proud of me. You're scared of me, aren't you, Pa?
You think you're immortal, Gus?
He's scared for Gus, that's all.
I'm just doing my patriotic duty.
You always run away from the real work around here.
I feel sorry for him. What disappointments we are to him as sons.
Why do you have to do a thing like that?
What do you mean, sir?
Oh, Michi!
There's such a thing as the draft, you know?
Have you heard the news?
You think that's enough to keep you alive in a battle? Are you saying Uncle Ronald was not tough and smart?
I was only saying...
Are you saying that's why you got killed in Cuba? Huh?
Your friend Mr. Kilmer has been killed. I'm so sorry to have to tell you.
Only people have to change. They can't be what they are. I wish I was a rabbit brush or else a distant star.
Well, the trailer is there for fun. What do you think about the trailer? I didn't really spend much time on that. It's already the 18th. Probably edited the intro like on the 19th. Don't worry. The trailer you saw just now, you didn't get clickbait, okay? So, I'd like my team members or my group mates to introduce themselves first. Here we go.
Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. Long time no see ya. How are you guys? I hope you are fine out there. My name is Mama Amir Begonsan and I am from 5 Creative. In this video, I will be playing as Richard.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Vincent Rajan and I'm from 5 Creative. I hope all of you are in good health and I'll be playing as Angie.
How are you? I hope you are fine out there. My name is Shara Shanifah binti Abdul Latif from 5 Creative. I'll be playing Hana in this video.
Hi everyone, my name is Ainin. I happen to be the leader for this group. My group will be presenting chapter 9 of Dear Mr. Kilmer. So amidst this coronavirus outbreak or COVID-19 outbreak, we are doing this DMK project. The theme given by our teacher for this year is converse it, convince it, comprehend it. So basically, converse is to inform, convince is to ensure others understand through your voice, and comprehend is to ensure that all of you understand. We were tasked to do this during the MCO because we believe that it will bring a lot of benefits. We really do hope that you can benefit something out of it instead of just staying home with nothing to do, bored out of your mind. We really hope that you enjoy this video.
3 days after the picnic, Richard and his father were cleaning the barn. Richard was surprised when his brother showed up. Gus was usually at baseball practice at this time of day, and he was never one to volunteer to help shovel manure.
Hi Pa, hi Richie. I've got some terrific news.
What is it, son?
I enlisted and they took me. I ship out for basic training tomorrow.
You did what?
I joined the army, Pa. The recruiters came around after graduation looking for guys just like me. With any luck, there'll still be a war going on by the time I finish training.
Why do you have to do a thing like that?
Pa, you said I could join after I graduated.
I know what I said. I just did not think the war would still be going on.
I thought you'd be proud of me.
There's such a thing as the draft, you know. You could have waited to see if Uncle Sam really wanted you. You didn't have to go volunteering for a fight that's none of your concern.
What do you mean, none of my concern? President Wilson says that war is everybody's concern. I'm just doing my patriotic duty.
You've got duties right here.
You're scared of me, aren't you, Pa? But I'm not going to get killed over there, I promise. You know I'm too tough and smart for that.
Pa dropped his pitchfork and stepped toward Gus. His expression had become livid. For a moment, Richard was afraid that his father was actually going to strike his brother.
You think you're immortal, Gus? Just because you play football pretty well and can kill a buck? You think that's enough to keep you alive in a battle? Are you saying Uncle Ronald was not tough and smart? Are you saying that's why he got killed in Cuba? Huh?
Of course not. I was only saying...
I should have figured this. You always run away from the real work around here. First it was sports of one kind to another. And now it's this crazy war.
For a moment, Gus just stood and stared. His father went on with his work, ignoring him. Then, without another word, Gus turned and walked back toward the farmhouse. Richard looked back and forth between his father and his brother. He knew he could not leave things like this. Quickly, he caught up with Gus.
Pa didn't mean it, Gus. You just took him by surprise is all.
Oh, he meant it. Alright.
He meant every word. And you know what? I feel sorry for him. What disappointments we are to him as sons. Me, well, I'm no farmer and I'm never going to be. Anybody can see that. And you with a head full of poems and dreams.
Richard felt helpless. He could see that there was no reasoning with either of them. He returned to the barn, where he and his pa worked in silence the rest of the hot afternoon. The next morning, Gus rode to Sioux City with a friend who was also enlisting. There, they would catch the next troop train east. Richard's father had sat stoically as Gus tried to say goodbye. Finally, Gus had given up trying to talk to him and turned to Richard for a quick handshake. Then, picking up his suitcase, he left the house without looking back. Richard watched with an aching sadness as Gus rode off down the dusty road. At the last minute, Gus turned and waved out the window. Just another laughing young man, all too eager to face destruction and death in a faraway country, Richard thought. Richard suddenly knew how Hannah felt. He could not help but fear that he might never see his brother again. It was another good summer with a bumper crop. But Richard found little joy in working with his father. Pa was normally a reserved man, but now his silence had a hard, bitter quality to it. Once, while helping Angie with the dishes after dinner, Richard talked to her about Pa's state of mind.
He's scared for Gus, that's all. Just the same as you and me.
I can see that. I just think it will do him good to talk about it.
Well, don't go holding your breath, Richie. You and I both know that Pa's not the talking kind. As for me, I feel sick every time I try to imagine Gus going to war.
Though he never neglected his farm work, Richard visited the Shermers whenever he could. They brought him relief from his own family's silent sadness. And he wanted to spend as much time as possible with Hannah. His other great comfort was writing poetry. In July, he sent a new poem to Mr. Kilmer.
The maywood on the road is white as winter snow. The black-eyed Susan's gold makes a splendid show. Only people have to change. They can't be what they are. I wish I was a rabbit brush or else a distant star.
One afternoon early in August, Richard came in from his farm chores to discover that he had received a letter in reply.
Dear Richard, your last poem was wonderful. One of your best, I think. Your imaginative powers are growing all the time. That is very pleasing for me to see. As always, I miss home and family, but even so, I find myself blessed with the beauties of nature. Despite the war, this land is alive with vivid red poppies and small blue cornflowers. I am blessed in other ways too. So much of warfare is an agony of waiting. Boredom and fear eat away at the source of many of my comrades, but I always have my poetry, which I can write even in the trenches. I am now writing what may be the best poem of my life. It will be titled The Rouge Bouquet. When it's done, I promise that you will be one of the first people to read it. I am only starting to realize how much I have yet to understand about the poet's craft. I hope you are reading the works of living poets who write much better than I do. Robert Frost, for example, or William Butler Yeats, or Vachel Lindsay, or Carl Sandburg. I have been honored to call some of them my friends. Perhaps I am a poor poet and a poor soldier, but my heart is in poetry, and I know that yours is too. I sense in your poems and letters that you are happier with yourself than you were when you first wrote to me. That is no small victory. Many poets are fighting over here, and several have died, including an American, Alan Seeger. Who knows how many more the world will lose in the days ahead? This makes your own gift for words all the more precious, Richard. For you are the next generation of poets. If you fight for the battle, you must pick up the torch and carry it on, for poets play a very important part in this world. Your fellow verse maker, Joyce Kilmer.
Richard sat at his desk, reading the letter over and over again, as he always did whenever he heard from Mr. Kilmer. This was one of the kindest and warmest letters the poet had ever written to him. Even so, it left Richard with a question in his mind. He spread a sheet of paper across his desk and wrote his reply.
Dear Mr. Kilmer, thanks for your wonderful letter, and don't worry that I'll never give up writing poetry. I love it too much to ever do that, but I want to ask you something. At the end of your letter, you said that poets are important. I very much feel that this is so, but I can't explain to myself just why. What do poets and poetry do to make the world better? Could you help me understand that? This may sound like a foolish question. Please remember that I'm just a farm kid and that I've got a lot to learn. I'm very grateful for all I've learned from you already. Your friend, Richard Knight.
Richard folded the letter and put it into an envelope. He stamped, addressed, and sealed it. Normally, he would leave the letter in the mailbox near the road for the postman to pick up the next day. But for some reason, Richard felt a peculiar urgency to send this letter right away. He decided to go straight to the post office and mail it there. The Shermer's house was on Richard's route. Richard decided to drop in and see if Hannah wanted to walk with him the rest of the way to the post office. Richard knocked on the door and Hannah opened it. He could immediately tell from her expression that something awful had happened.
Oh, Richie! Have you heard the news?
What news?
Papa read it in the newspaper today. I'm so sorry to have to tell you. Oh, Richie, your friend Mr. Kilmer has been killed.
So, dear Mr. Kilmer, Chapter 9 has been presented. Well, my group and I really hope that you guys liked it. So, we have reached the end credit for this video. Before I start thanking people, I want my group members to start first.
First of all, I want to thank to Puan Azlina because of you teacher I can do whatever I haven't done before. And thank you again for teaching me and give me support to speak in public, helping me a lot with my English. And I love you, teacher. Secondly, I want to thank Ainin because she helped me a lot in my pronunciation. And Shara and Jen also helped me a lot with my English. They also did their best to do their parts in this video. So yeah, thank you everyone.
First of all, I want to thank Puan Azlina for giving us this opportunity to do this video and for guiding us as well. Secondly, it will be Ainin as our group leader. She has helped us the most and she was really supportive towards us. I would like to thank her a lot. And finally is my group members, which is Amirul and Shara. Thank you for cooperating and giving ideas and a lot more.
First of all, I want to thank Puan Hazlina binti Awaka for guiding everyone in my group. Secondly, to Ainin as my group leader for helping everything that I needed with. Finally, I would like to thank my group members Amirul, Jennifer, and also each and everyone who helped me to give my best in this video. Thank you.
Okay, so it's my turn. Firstly, I just want to thank Puan Hazlina for making this possible, actually. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have been doing this DMK project in the first place. You know, it's our last year, we still want to do something for this project. So I really would like to thank her for giving us this opportunity to actually make a project instead of, you know, being bored at home. Puan Hazlina, thank you so much for teaching us 5 creative, 5 innovative, and 5 proactive. Okay, so that's Puan Hazlina. Now I want to thank some friends. Firstly, I would like to thank Devendran. He actually voiced the character Pa. And I would like to thank Jason because he voiced Gus Knight in this video. Both Devendran and Jason, I was lacking male members to voice these characters. So I ended up taking these two because I believe they have the best pronunciation and you guys can also learn from them. Aside from Devendran and Jason, I would also like to thank my group members, obviously. First, I would like to thank Amirul. He was the voiceover for Richard Knight. Even though in this chapter, Richard did not have that many lines, Amirul still did his job properly and it was really well done. Aside from Amirul, Shara also contributed a lot. Since Shara voiced Hannah, it's a very vital part. So the way she delivered this line, I really liked it. Okay, so my third team member is Jennifer. So kudos to her. She really did well on being Angie. Okay, thank you to my classmates for giving moral support. Thank you very much for being there for me. And here, the last part. I would like to thank the person that has taught me how to animate. This message goes out to Nur Arina. She's actually from another class. I couldn't think of another good idea to present to my teacher. Then I realized something. I have a friend who can help me with this. I hope this video actually benefited all of you. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now. We're going to sign off now. Thank you so much.